Everyone seems to be talking about this Super Bowl weekend that we just had. Did you see it? Do you remember this scene right here? Well, today we have in the studio this nail tech that is here on the Super Bowl weekend. So we want to hear her story this morning. We want to find out what her experience was over at the Super Bowl. She was viewed by 100 million plus people, right? So we want to share her story. We want to talk to her about her story. How did it go? What her experience was? And see how it affected her and see how it affected her business in the future coming up. So let's go to the studio. We'll meet you there. We'll get to hear her story.
Come along, no need to hurry. Every voice is
Hey. So what's your story? Welcome to another episode of What's Your Story. Today we have the privilege of talking to Madelyn Nunez. Madelyn Nunez was the girl on that video that you saw at Super Bowl, the nail tech. And she's here today. She's a local from the Antelope Valley. So we want to hear her story. We want to know how her experience was. How did she feel about being there and being viewed by 100 million plus viewers out there? So we get to hear her story. So Madelyn, welcome to the studio this morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. I want to thank you for coming in here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to congratulate you,
Thank you.
for being at halftime at Super Bowl,
Thank you.
Not everyone gets to go to a Super Bowl, right? And you were part of the action. You were right in the middle, right there with the scene with everybody. So we want to hear your story. We want to know, how do you feel about that? How did that make you feel? What did you do to get there and things like that? So first of all, who is Madelyn? Tell me about Madelyn.
My name is Madelyn Nunez. I am Alfred's daughter. He's the Bomb Fish Tacos. If you already know, he's known in the AV.
Yeah, this guy right here. We'll talk to him in a minute. It's all about you today. It's all about you.
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, I understand that you're a native Antelope Valley person, right? You were born here in Lancaster. You were born at AV Hospital, correct?
Correct.
When were you born?
I was born, actually, my birthday's coming up, February 17th.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. I was born here in the AV. I did not grow up in Lancaster or nor Palmdale. I lived in Palmdale for about 5 years, and then we moved to Little Rock, and then from there to Llano, California.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I mostly grew up, and then from there we moved to Lancaster for about my high school years,
Mm-hmm.
and we moved back to Llano, California again,
Okay.
and we stayed there.
Really? And where did you go to school?
I went to several different schools,
Several
actually.
different schools?
Yes.
Okay.
You referring to high school or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went to two different high schools. I went to Eastside High School for 3 years.
Mhm.
And for my fourth year, I transferred to AV High School because they had a dental program,
Mhm.
which I heard from, shout out to Miss Silva. She put that in my heart to go to dental school instead of nursing school. So I decided to apply. And when I applied, I thankfully got into the program, and I continued out my studies at Antelope Valley High School and graduated at Antelope Valley High School in 2020 during COVID.
During COVID, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
So we didn't have a prom. We didn't have any of those things, but we had a drive in graduation. It was cool, but you didn't get to see like all of our friends like graduate. So yeah, it was that.
So what plans do you have for your birthday for this week? Is your dad going to do anything? Free tacos for everybody or what? Hey!
I didn't actually make plans for my birthday. I actually pre-celebrated.
Uh-huh.
Ironically, when I was pre-celebrating on January 31st, because I knew February was going to be extremely busy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because I didn't know that I was going to be in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, I did not know that I was going to be in the Super Bowl. I had plans to visit my prima,
Mm-hmm.
and I also had plans to maybe go to Texas, but those were up in the air pending. Obviously, that has not happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I was pre-celebrating on January 31st, and with a lot of my friends who showed up. And in that moment, I actually received a call that I was going to be working with Bad Bunny.
Really?
Yes.
So how did that start? How did you get chosen? Did you apply? Or how did that happen for you to be able to go to the Super Bowl? Can you share that with us? Or
Yeah. Well, interestingly, somebody posted that they were looking for a nail tech based in LA. And since we're considered LA County and it's not too far, like it's an hour and a half drive, depending on where you're going, depending on traffic, this man named Amor posted on Instagram saying, looking for a nail tech in Los Angeles, paid. So immediately, a woman who is also in the same modeling industry as Amor, her name is Brendita. Well, her name is Brenda Latina on Instagram, but I call her Brendita. She commented my nail page and commented my regular Instagram. I don't really use social media that much, so I'm not really always on there. So I'm not really seeing posts all the time. I'm always busy with clients or just busy with like family, like doing chores or doing, things. And so when I saw her comment that, I usually like check out her stuff, whatever she sends me, because she likes to send me a lot of casting things.
Okay.
I'm also working on being a model. So that was something that she had sent to me. And when I saw like what it was for, I immediately texted the man, Amor. And after messaging him, I did see his story. He was looking for somebody who could send their portfolio. So meaning, your headshots, like how you look and all of those things. So I sent in what I had. It was no professional photos that I had that were like taken because I hadn't received some that I really, really liked. So I sent those in. Then I told him my height. I gave him my email and my phone number. From there, when I messaged him back after him asking me a couple questions, like if I'm available within 2 weeks, like available for 2 weeks. So I tell him, yes, I should be available, but please let me know like how it's looking.
Okay.
How's the ratio looking?
But all this time, you had no idea what it was for.
All this time I had no idea what it was for. I honestly, truly believed that maybe I was going to be doing somebody's nails, you know what I mean? They're working on a project because they do a lot of amazing projects con la gente. And I was very happy to even want to do that. So even then I was like, okay, well, I'll be out there for 2 weeks, just doing nails. That's what I thought I was going to be doing.
Okay.
And he furthermore tells me, I can't really let you know like what it's for legal reasons. So then I was like, okay, I understand. And I kind of told my parents and I was like, I can't tell you guys like what it's for. They're like, well, we have to know,
You had no idea.
I didn't know. I didn't even really know actually. And I was like, I just know that it's paid and that it's 2 weeks. They need me for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
And so Amor was like keeping me in contact because I did tell him, hey, I had an interview this morning. I really want the job, but it's pending. Same thing with this, it's pending. So after the interview, I, kept texting him like, hey, how's it looking? So the next day he tells me, hey, I just want to let you know you're in the top 4.
Oh, wow.
You've made it to the top 4. I just want you to know that there was a lot of submissions and I just want to keep you like updated.
Okay.
I was like, okay. The next day rolls over and it's January 30th, so it's Friday. And I'm on my way to LA to go see Brenda because Brenda was going to be doing my hair for my birthday, my early birthday celebration. I was supposed to have a photo shoot. Well, I did have a photo shoot. And we spent like almost all day together. Gracias a Dios, my parents drove me over there to Brenda's. And from there, I went to my birthday dinner. All my friends showed up. Well, not all of them, but, vast majority. And it was such a beautiful night. And I was explaining to them, I was like, you guys, like I applied to like 2 different things, but there's like things pending in the air. You just chit chat with the girls. And I was explaining that to them. And it's like almost 11, like 10. I can't remember the exact time that Amor calls me. And I said, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry I have to take this call. Amor is calling me. So I go rushing to the bathroom in heels. I'm like running over there. I said, sorry, Amor, just give me a second. And I answer his call and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know that you got the part. And I was like, really? Like stop. Really? And he's like, yes, you got the part. You're going to be working with Bad Bunny. So I really need you to be on the bus by 8 in the morning. Mind you, I'm in Los Angeles and I live in the Antelope Valley. And he's like, you need to be on the bus in Burbank at 8 in the morning.
So, how many days before the show did you guys actually rehearse for? For how many days? Was it a week? Was it 10 days? Was it,
I did Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I did a total of 6 days.
6 days?
Yeah, because I had Friday and Saturday off. And then we just went into the
And
Super
when,
Bowl.
when you guys rehearsed, was it like the set, just like it was going to look on Super Bowl? And
Yes.
And Bad Bunny was walking to you guys, and the same thing that we saw on the video?
Yes. So
Is that
he
what- it
rehearsed with
repeated that?
us about 4 times.
Okay.
He didn't rehearse with us the entire time. It was this man that he had a sway, you know, like Bad Bunny, and he would just come around and I don't know his name, honestly. I
So
really
it's like a stunt guy, like a double.
Yes,
that was
yes,
doing it.
definitely.
All right.
He doesn't look like Bad Bunny though, but he was like there, you know, like playing the part, so
Right.
we could get an idea what it would be
What
like.
it would be like. Yeah. I got to see it. I'm not a fan of the music or Bad Bunny, right? But I wanted to see it. I wanted to see what everybody was talking about, all the controversy stuff, right? And so I didn't watch the game, but I did turn it on just when it was about to start. So I got to see it for the 13 minutes that it was. And I thought it was great. I thought it was good. It was the unity, the love that he talked about, the fact that America is not just the United States, it's all the country, the whole continent, right? And he named all those countries. And I didn't hear any vulgarity, on the songs. I didn't hear it. Maybe I have to go back and listen to it again. But I think it was great. I saw you there. I didn't know who you were. And then your dad gave me a call and he said, hey, my baby was in the game and blah, 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 blah. Remember that conversation?
I totally remember. I never forget that. It's, till now, I still can't believe it.
Yeah. How do you feel about this?
Oh, my goodness. I'm just super excited, very emotional still till now because
You
it's
want me
something that I
get
never.
some tissue?
Oh, órale. It's something that we never imagined that anybody in our family was going to be able to accomplish. It's a huge accomplishment. It's history for our family as well as everybody that knows us, especially here in the AV as well, because we're a small town. So for my daughter to be a part of something so big that's going to stay there forever. That's why it's called history, because it's going to stay there forever.
Right.
It's just an amazing thing. And as a parent, we've done the best we can to be able to raise our child the way we are, because my parents taught me they're very strong with us as we grew up. And now I took that part and I said, okay, let me take the good things that my parents taught me and apply it to my kids for they could be better and better parents as the families grow. And for us to see Madelyn, because we couldn't believe it. She had told us, she called us, hey, 2 days, I think it was the day prior, watch the Super Bowl, because she couldn't say anything.
2 days.
Well, 2 days prior, she said, watch the Super Bowl. I'm gonna, especially in the beginning. And then we're like, well, we don't watch sports. And she's like, I know you guys don't watch sports and this and that, but please watch the Super Bowl. So sure enough, okay, we are all there. It was my mother-in-law's birthday in Compton. And there's a little small TV because I took a projector. Couldn't even watch it in a projector because it was still daylight.
Oh, wow.
And I took this big old projector thinking we're going to all watch it on a 200-inch screen and nothing. So we're all behind this small TV. I mean, we call it small now, 55, because it's such a big TVs. And there's probably 30 of us on the TV. We're waiting. Halftime starts. And they go through the different stages right at the beginning. Beautiful, beautiful start. And then it goes to the first stage where they have the coconuts, I think it is. And then the next table, which is the old people playing, everything.
They're playing dominoes.
Dominoes is so awesome, And the third section, which is the Celtic table, and we see the pink gloves. I'm like, holy smokes. Everybody started screaming, going crazy wild when we see Madelyn there. And the thing is that we thought it was going to be just something quick, because as you saw as they were walking in, it was just fast. Boom, boom, boom. No, they actually, when Benito looked, they did eye contact. And then Madelyn, here we go, and she goes, oh, sassy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like,
I saw that. Who are you?
I'm like, is that this part of the scripture or what? Because that was nice.
Yeah, it was
that was so cool. So it was just an amazing. Like I say right now, till now, I still can't believe it. It's very, very. We're very proud of her, and also just to represent, because the whole thing about that Super Bowl the halftime that I saw is they're representing a lot of Latinos because there's so much going on right now that it was very necessary. He did a great thing the way he parted it out, and for her to be in there and represent cultura, women entrepreneur, and all nail techs around the world is just the most beautiful thing it could be. It's amazing. It's incredible.
And then it's representing, not knowing it, but it's representing the Antelope Valley.
Oh yeah.
You're, 'cause you're a native Antelope Valley, born here in Lancaster. Went to school here.
El desierto.
El desierto.
El desierto.
Yeah.
Que me
Valley.
encanta tanto.
Yeah. So, has this affected you in any way right now? Is your phone ringing off the hook or anything like that? You getting more appointments?
Yes, actually, honestly, right when the Super Bowl ended, I hadn't even posted anything. Right when it ended and I had walked back in and I turned on my phone was just ringing. People recognized me. They're like, oh my gosh, friend, that's you. And I was like, wow, like you guys really know my site profile that well.
Yeah. Now, what made you decide to get into doing the nails and things like that?
What made me want to do nails is,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is such a backstory. Well, originally, when I was working at a dental office, I really loved getting my nails done, but I wanted to kind of just do my own nails. Like, I always kind of had an interest, so I started investing my work money into buying products. I
Okay.
didn't buy polishes because I didn't know that I was going to be needing those now. At the time, what was in was acrylics, like colored acrylics. So I bought a lot of colored acrylics. I spent so much money on that. This was in 2021, I believe. After like a few months of trying, I kind of just gave up. And I would just do my own. I didn't do other people's because I was mostly just practicing when I would do other people's. And then from there, I just took the time to just do my own, my cousins'. And then one day I did my cousin's for Christmas. This was in 2024. When I did her nails, my family was like, you should go to school for this. And I was like, nah. Like, I just kind of like, okay, yeah, nah. And then from there, I was just practicing doing my own. And I was working, at this point, I was already working at a different job, obviously. I was working with kids at Sierra Elementary School. Teaching them yoga. And the girls there would be like, oh my gosh, girl, let me just see your nails, girl. Let me just see your nails. Oh my gosh. So they convinced their moms to let them go get their nails done. And shout out to Riley. She's just a little cutie patootie. She would show me her nails. Even she would take my phone and run off and be like, oh, yeah, my yoga teacher, she did my nails. But I really didn't. But she just really wanted me to do her nails because they loved the way that I did nails.
Okay.
They were like always expressing this. They're like, when are you going to do them again? Are you going to do them again? You have to. Girl, they're just so cute. They're just so silly. So that encouraged me even more because I was like, if these kids think my nails are like look really nice, like why don't I take this and go to school? So I ended up going to school in May. I'm actually finishing school on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
I'm graduating and getting my certificate on
Your
Tuesday.
birthday?
Yes. On my birthday. It was not intended, but I had to take some time, like some leave. It was supposed to be a short course of 4 months, but I just...
So where are you doing nails now? Do you do them at home or do you have a place that you're doing it? Are you working somewhere? Are you planning maybe opening a studio? I don't know what you call it, studio, salon, a nail salon,
She does it from home.
Okay, from home?
She does it from home.
Okay.
I actually gave her let her borrow my room, actually.
Okay.
So I have an extra room at home, and it's actually where I do my hobby.
Okay.
And that's where I do all my reload station and stuff like that. That's just my hobby. I love that sport.
Okay.
And I gave her a spot. So I still have my little stuff in there, but I gave her the majority of the room for that way she could get a start.
Okay. And are you mobile? Like, let's say somebody calls you and can you go to their place and do their nails there?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I am. I am mobile. I try not to do that too much.
Okay.
Because I haven't really figured out what I should charge, like, to be mobile for other people because it is a lot of work. Like when I've done it, I've realized that I have to pack all of my things, and then take it over there, unpack everything, and then repack, still clean my tools, and then unpack everything back again.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. And obviously the drive, the time, it takes away from most of my day.
Okay.
So I haven't really figured that out yet, but I do offer it if it's needed,
Okay.
especially for women who have kids. Like I'm very understanding. I'm like, okay, like I can make a trip over there. I understand.
And what's your Instagram?
La India Nails.
La India Nails?
Yes, La India Nails.
And how many views have you had on your Instagram since this happened?
Oh my gosh, I haven't really looked how many
Yeah.
views I have. I went from 500 followers, like 500 something, to 8,700 followers.
Wow.
Yeah. In a few days.
In a few days?
Yes.
She's almost catching up to me.
It's almost catching.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I'm talking about 5 years for me.
Yeah.
It took me
Yeah.
to get to 12,000 real followers. Hers are like followers like overnight, like because they're interested. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what the heck? This is cool.
Yeah. On TikTok, I will say I do have 1.6 million views.
Oh, on TikTok. Okay.
On TikTok.
On TikTok.
But Instagram, I haven't seen like the views. I do have it on, but I didn't look at it.
Okay.
I just was looking at like how many likes I had. I had 53.4K or
Okay.
53.K. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
you're more of a TikTok than Instagram.
Well, I mean, as viral as I was getting on TikTok, yeah. But I don't really like look into those things. I'm kind of just like, oh, okay. Like, and my phone just starts blowing up. I'm like, oh, I'm getting bombarded. I was even telling my dad, I was like, Dad, can you help me? Like, this is way too much.
She actually did. She's like, hey, I don't trust anybody with my password. You know, could I give you my password for you to help me out with this? Because it's just too much. I don't do social media like this. I'm like, I do the social media for my business, but it's a little different because it's marketing. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'll help you wherever I can. You know, that's one thing that I'm always there as a dad. And same thing with my, we try to help our kids wherever we can, you know, because we are busy as it is in our business.
Yeah.
But for her to go through all this, I'm like, you know what? Let's do what we can. So it is overwhelming because when I do look at her page, wow, there's a lot of views, there's a lot of messages, a lot of likes. As good as there is positive comments, there's bad comments, and we've never experienced that in our life. Never knew how really social media works in that way. You know, we just we're normal people like everybody else. We just do our daily job just to get by, you know, in life and do what we like the most. And it is something different that she's dealing with now too.
And you know, for those of you who don't know who this man is, you know, this is Alfred Nunez, and he's a business owner here in the Antelope Valley. Also, he owns the Bomb Fish Tacos, which the Bomb Fish Tacos, you know, won the best tacos, you know, at the Taco Festival a couple of years ago, right?
Yes.
You won 3 categories.
We
I
we
believe?
won. Okay, so we done 3 competitions. The first year, I'm just trying to remember a year if it was 2022, if I'm not mistaken. We won best seafood taco.
Right.
I never forget that because at that time, we only actually had just nothing but a fish taco and a shrimp taco. Just 2 things, simple, just like in and out. Keep it simple. And when we won that one, we got really excited. It was like, what in the world, you know, out of so many trucks, because there was about usually 30 vendors?
Yeah, about 30
plus,
some vendors.
30 plus vendors that compete. So for us, it was huge. It's like, wow, you know what? This is awesome. So the following year again, we went to compete again. We were a part of the Taco Festival, the original Taco Festival here in Palmdale in Antelope Valley. And the thing is, I asked Jorge, I never forget when I asked you, remember what I was like, hey, is it possible to actually compete with the other categories?
Yeah,
So there's
with
4
all-
categories.
all categories,
All
yeah.
categories. Because I don't have that on my menu. He's like, yes, of course you can. So, and this was a couple of days prior or a week prior. So, you know what? I'm going to test my skills. We did used to own a restaurant back in 2008. So from there, I said, you know what? All right, I'm going to try it. But I still asked him one more question. Has anybody won all categories in the past? He's like, no. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible, but no one's ever done it. So I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. I'm really going to test my skills right now as far as a cook because I consider myself a chef because out of anything that I taste, that I like, I enjoy, I could go home and I just by the smell, my scent and everything, I put everything together and I get the same or not better. That's what my thrive, right? So I said, okay, let's do this. So sure enough, we competed that day. We turned in all of the categories, which was chicken, pork, beef, and seafood. And then there's that one more category, which is the fifth category, which is best taco overall
Right.
of the whole AV. So it's actually five categories.
We're gonna have 6 this year.
Oh, one more extra. Okay, I gotta know about that one. So when they actually announced it, we were just so excited. Got the best. This was crazy. So we didn't get the best seafood. That I do
Right.
remember.
And that's your specialty.
And that's my specialty. We got the other four. Oh my goodness. Best asada. Best beef. Best chicken. Best pork. And then all taco.
Yeah.
The best taco AV. I was like, what in the world? And I have my belts that I actually got from Jorge. Those beautiful belts that are like, it's like boxing or wrestling.
It's a lucha libre.
Lucha
belt.
Libre belt, yes. It's so awesome. Like, it's an excitement that I always tell everybody, is like, how do you feel? Well, I felt when I was a kid, I was never the best kid. I mean, not the best kid, but the best student. Because I didn't like studying. I didn't like reading. I didn't like none of that. But I was always there because my parents were hard on me. And I said, okay, I'm always going to listen to my parents. And I always have. I've been the one that always listens. So sure enough, for me to get one award when I was a child and walk the stage and the principal would actually announce it, it was the best feeling ever. And that's exactly what I felt when I walked up there on front in the stage and when you called out my name, that we won. It's the same feeling I had as a child. And now on top of that, we get to actually show something that we represent Antelope Valley as well.
Right.
That's it's just a great thing. And then we competed for the third year for all the categories again. And that year we won, if I'm mistaken, we won best chicken, best beef, and the best taco overall again.
Right.
So 3 categories.
Yeah.
We missed 2, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, we can't always take it all.
Yeah.
There always has to be, what do you say, room for others.
You know, for
Yes.
others. So we have, our taco festival coming up on June 6th, and we're adding vegan tacos.
Oh,
Because
vegan
a lot of
tacos.
people are asking for vegan, so I'm gonna ask you guys to do the vegan tacos.
Ándale.
And we're adding some more things to the event. Last year we had 30 some food trucks, and we had like 36, 35 vendors, food vendors, and we had 125 regular vendors. This year our goal is to do 150 vendors. We have the lucha libre, we have a kids zone, we have petting zoo. We're adding BMX bike stunts.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And then we're working right now to add in the mechanical bull.
Whoa, there'll be a lot of people flying up that
So
pole.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So listen, Madelyn, thank you for coming over. Thank you for getting up early in the morning, and coming to, share your story with us. Okay. Again, congratulations, for being, part of the
Thank
Super
you.
Bowl, for being in such a big event that is watched worldwide. I'm sure that it was watched in Puerto Rico and, everywhere else, right? And I wish you nothing but best of luck in the future. I hope that this experience that you had, it's a positive experience that will stay with you for a lifetime, and that hopefully it'll enhance, your living, your work, your business in the future. Maybe it'll grow to something totally different. And thank you. Thanks for coming over, sharing your life,
Thank you
and,
for
and
having
bringing
me.
your dad here.
Yay. No,
you
thank
know.
you, Jorge, for
Yes.
having us here. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
So now
Thank
you hear Madelyn's story, What's your story? I want to know your story. We want to hear your story. Give me a call, send me a message. We'll book it up. We'll sit here, we'll talk, and we'll talk about your story. I'll see you around town. See you around town, guys.
See you around
See
town
you
as
guys
well.
out. Bomba chique.
What's your story? Come along, no need to